pleasures.
Chris Saville, you've borrowed this beautiful Lotus Cortina from the Ford Heritage collection. Tell me about it. I gather you've had a few problems with it.
Well, I think it's suffered from lack of use really, and the starter motor jams regularly, and it's extremely difficult to start from hot. It just doesn't seem to want to fire up. The gearbox needs rebuilding. First, second and third gears are very noisy, and once it's into top, it sings along very nicely. And one of the joys of driving is actually the driving position is quite high, and both front wings are well in view, so it's a good car for pointing through the bends.
Yeah, well, I guess you've had some fun with it the last couple of days.
Yes, I mean, it has been fun. I mean, once you've got it rolling, it's very pleasant to drive. The steering's very direct. It handles well, sits on the road, sits down very firmly. A little bit of a hard ride, but nothing more than you would have expected at the time, really.
But they go quite well, don't they?
They go very well. I mean, they're 105 brake horsepower originally, at a time when in 64, 65, most family cars probably weren't putting out more than 55, 65 brake horsepower. The early cars were light. They had aluminium bonnets, boot and doors. This is a later one.
This is a Mark II, isn't it?
Well, it's the second version of the Mark I Lotus Cortina, and the second version reverted to steel bonnet, steel door, steel boot, and they scrapped the A-frame suspension setup at the back.
Oh, did they?
Because it tended to pull out, and you'd lose all the oil from the diff. And it was totally unsafe. It was all right on the track, but when they tried to rally them, they were hopeless. So they reverted to semi-elliptic leaf spring setup at the back, which solved that problem. So it's not as sophisticated as the very first versions, but it's a much more reliable car.
Excellent. Well, have a good rally, and we'll see you on the motor
Well,
march.
I hope to get straight through to the boat this time without having any problems, but you never know.
Excellent. Thanks very much. This beautiful SS100.
Since 1999.
And it's superb, yes. And have you used it a lot?
I've used it, yes, quite a lot. I've done 2 or 3 Guild Classics, and also Jaguar driver club things, a few things. But it's a lovely, lovely animal. It's one of the few cars I've bought already totally restored, so there was very little to do to it.
That seems to me the best way of doing it.
I think it is. It's certainly from a financial point of view.
Excellent news, yes. Well, I hope you're enjoying the rally.
It's really, well, in this weather, this neck of the woods, it really is a smashing event.
This is why they call it La Belle France, I think.
I think it is.
Thanks, Ray.
Jolly good.